Straight from the underground.
Starting during the 2020 election cycle, the People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history.
Live.
Cheers, everybody! Happy Friday! And welcome back to the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
Cheers, Merkaba!
For live.
Thank you for being here, you motherfucker. Yes, my friends, it was China all along, in cahoots with the Biden administration and Barack Obama behind it all.
Resulting in China's illicit acquisition of 220 million U.S. voter files. That information includes names, addresses, phone numbers, political party preferences, and other sensitive data that would be needed to register to vote.
Here he goes again. We barely just started. Not even a minute into the show already. Son of man with his nonsense. Fucking encouraging this rapist. This racist. And his nonsense trying to start World War III. Pissing off a fucking superpower of the world like China. How dare he? They will say. Well, fuck you. Why don't we ask the Chinese what the fuck they think about it? Here it is, straight out of their own fucking mouths, you dicks.
We need independence.
Yep. And what's your message to? Have you seen Donald Trump? Do you think he should step in?
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
For live.
Step in.
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Don't trust the goddamn Chinese. Because they're assholes. Is what their own citizens are saying. That's all I'm trying to say. President Trump literally just announced one of the most important things that's ever been uncovered in United States history. And for whatever reason, the fake news, CNN, ABC, NBC, and CBS did the most unprecedented thing ever done in life. And that was to not broadcast, for the first time ever, a presidential speech. Instead, they decided to give you an explanation as to why they're not showing you the president's speech for the first time in American history.
A quick reminder to our viewers, we'll be watching tonight's presidential address and listening to what the president says tonight. But we're not going to take it live, as we've been discussing. That's because this president, sadly, has a history of misleading and in some cases simply false statements on what we've been talking about tonight, election security and integrity. Also, the White House earlier today said he would be showing newly classified documents. So we want to make sure that we have time to review those documents, talk to experts about them, contextualize whatever he says or shows before airing it. But if
This is CNN, a network that is in the bottom of their hearts has your best interest at hands. Your best interest at hands. That they want to make sure they review the information first and fact check it before they give it to you to eat up. You know, like when they told you that getting the COVID vaccine would prevent you from getting COVID. You fucking idiots. So now the news gets to decide when not you can watch the president address the nation, apparently. Yeah, this is what it's come down to, my friend. It's always really been like that. The news, or really, the Jews, decide what you fucking watch every day. Except now they're flat out telling you, oh, we don't want you to hear what he's gonna say because we think he's lying. Cheers, Joku! Happy Friday! Cheers to the woke pack who's here live.
For live.
And Trump called him out during this little speech of his. He did, because he knew they weren't going to show it.
In a rare move, NBC and ABC Fake News have both said that they would not cover this speech. They knew what it was about because of the fact that they don't like the topic, because they know how corrupt our system is and they don't want to reveal it. They and others in the media are part of a plot. They want to continue this fraud for whatever reason. They want to keep it going. They want to protect the radical left. They can't have a great country, and that's true. You can't have a great country without free and fair elections. Fraud like this should mean a revocation of their licenses. They use our public multi-billion-dollar in value airways for absolutely no money. They pay nothing. All we want is honesty in our elections and honesty in reporting. They pay nothing for multi-billion-dollar assets. In a rare move, NBC
Straight up called them out. They don't want to report what the president has facts and uncovered. It wasn't even he who uncovered this. It was Tulsi Gabbard, former Democratic chairman, or bitch, who now left and joined the dark side of the force, as they say. Oh, she called him out, man. This is crazy. Now the news, for the first time in history, can refuse to not show you a presidential address. That is absolutely unheard of. And the fact that people are allowing it to happen is even crazier. Because from here on, the news decides what you get to watch, and you're okay with it. It's always been like that, like I've said. But now they flat out told you, and you were okay with it, so that gives them a green card to just fuck you over for forever and not give a fuck if you care about it or not. Because now they know that you don't care about it. You dumbass. Cheers, everybody. It was always there. We knew it was the Chinese. I told you. Where do you think all this socialist, communist crap has come back? All of a sudden, the past 10 years, the Democrats are socialists. They want free food, programs for welfare and shit. They want people to not work, to have 5-hour day jobs, to go fuck around all day. What the hell's going on? Where do you think all this is coming from? Goddamn Chinese. Idiots. Hillary Clinton is a goddamn idiot. And a clone that was replaced after she was executed in Guantanamo Bay 7 years ago. And this clone is just as crazy as the old one. But she is a clone, and clones are stupid and malfunction, and they don't know what they say a lot of the times. Because, believe it or not, she had already exposed her side a while back.
Only other adversary of ours who's anywhere near as good as the Russians is China. So why should Russia have all the fun? And since Russia is clearly backing Republicans, why don't we ask China to back us?
They told you a very long fucking time ago what they were going to do. If the Russians are helping the Republicans, then we're going to ask help from the Chinese. During Obama's presidency, that motherfucker literally sold our land to Chinese corporations. Yeah, so that they can build their factories here and pay American workers minimum wage as slaves to do their bidding. And it's their land. American land owned by Chinese government businessmen. And that all happened during Obama's shit. That was Obama's relief for us being in debt to the Chinese. Well, let's just give them some land over there in the California desert. There's nothing out there anyways. No one lives out there. Let's just give it to the Chinese. That's exactly what that motherfucker did. He also bent over and took it up the ass. Oh, yeah.
Woke as fuck.
But that's a story for another day. Look, we're not stupid. Do you remember when Biden said this? You morons.
Any country, no matter who it is, that interferes in American elections will pay a price. They will pay a price. And it's been overwhelmingly clear this election, I won't even get into the last one, this election, that Russia has been involved, China has been involved to some degree, and now
China's been involved to some degree, and Russia. He's basically exposing the elite. I've told you, there are literally elite cartels that fight within their own little sector groups for control of the rest of us. God damn it. They have rules of engagement. They try to fuck each other over while they're within the government with these hearings and shit and a half. But none of them go to jail. The Epstein files were released. We know now they were raping children, eating them, trafficking them. No one's gone to jail. No one's got to fucking jail. And the guy behind it who could have testified and exposed everybody somehow mysteriously hung himself when the fucking video camera stopped working for 10 seconds. But no one wants to believe any of this because I sent a man, some transsexual, homosexual Indian with immigrant parents coming over here, and he's done a lot of drugs, so he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh yeah? Well, all of that may be true, but the last part isn't, you dumbass. I know more than you. That's all I'm gonna say. God damn it. It's all in the proof of the pudding, and I'm showing you the pudding. Now lap it up like you lap up everything else. You fucking dumbass. Seriously, do you even remember? Because all they're gonna talk about for the next 2 weeks, the news, CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, and CBS, all they're gonna fucking talk about for the next 2 weeks is Trump is obsessed with this election and shit. That's all he fucking talks about. The election and shit. They stole the election. They're stealing the election. Does anybody remember when Trump won president? All that came out of their fucking mouths?
So, if we're all in agreement that it is incorrect to say the 2020 election was stolen, what about the 2016 election?
Look, I'm not going to go back into history.
It was a stolen election.
It was stolen.
Stolen. He's an illegitimate president. He's an illegitimate president. You know, pretending to be president.
Why do you think the president is going to such great lengths to essentially prove that he beat you?
Because he didn't.
1/3 of Clinton supporters say Trump election is not legitimate.
I think he's an illegitimate president that didn't really win.
You are absolutely right.
You can run the best campaign. You can even become the nominee. And you can have the election stolen from you.
And there's 5 minutes of this shit.
Trump, Russian sort of collusion.
Shut the fuck up. We're not gonna watch the whole 5 minutes Twitter. God damn it. What's the difference? It's the same side. All these motherfuckers are fighting for the right to make money off of the rest of us, you dumbasses. They all have the same fucking, the same attack. The same, the only way we can attack them is by saying this. There's rules of engagement. They can't flat out come out and show you the pictures of the Epstein files, because if they showed you those pictures of the Epstein files, you would see that all of them are in it, not just one side. They just can't flat out come and show you the trafficking and all this shit, because they're all behind it. All they can do is try to trip each other up and use the media against one another. While the rest of us stay poor, they just keep on getting richer. Because regardless of what happens, their will be done.
Woke Pack. For live.
That's the way it's always been, so wake the fuck up. You're gonna hear about this for the next month. We're never gonna shut up about this. Oh, Trump won't let it go. The Chinese, he's lying. Now they're trying to start a third world war and shit. Hillary Clinton is an idiot. Everybody likes her. She already fucked up several times. I told you, she exposed them, that they aligned themselves with the Chinese. Like I said, where do you think all this socialist bullshit came from? They did it. They did it about 8 years ago when Obama took over. That's where they got funded. She's an idiot. She's a clone. She malfunctions. She doesn't know how to keep the truth to herself. And she fucks up all the time.
More people were deported under my husband and Barack Obama.
Listen to what she just said, you idiots.
More people were deported under my husband and Barack Obama.
And I'm gonna let her finish so you see that I'm not lying. Oh, he's taking it out of context. Here's a whole context, you piece of shit.
More people were deported under my husband and Barack Obama without killing American citizens and without putting children into detention camps than were in the first Trump term or this first year.
Well, she's not wrong about that, because when they deported, like she stated, more people than Trump, when they deported it, no American citizens died because they didn't use the news to instigate idiots, lesbians, and non-binaries to go out there and stand in front of cars and get run over or get shot. They didn't do that back then because they were the ones deporting people. And she says, let me listen to the last part.
American citizens and without putting children into detention camps.
Without putting children into detention camps. You want to know why? Because they put those children into satanic homes where they got raped and eaten and mutilated and shit in a half and never were heard from again. And that's the fucking truth, motherfucker. More children went missing during their administrations than any other administration ever, because these motherfuckers are reptilian devils. For fuck's sakes. She's an idiot. She exposes their kind. She's been dead. The real one has been dead. Go back and look at pictures of her before fucking Biden took over, or before Trump the first time. Before Trump took over the first time. Go look at Hillary Clinton pictures, and go look at Hillary Clinton afterwards. It's two different people, and it's really not two different people. It's two different bodies. They made a clone. The other side, they need to keep appearances and shit. If Hillary Clinton fucks up, messes up, or violates one of the rules of engagement that they have set up, the rules of engagement between each other's clans and shit, if she crossed the line, then they can try her in a private court and then sentence her to death in Guantanamo Bay. No one finds out about it. And on the other side is allowed to make a clone and replace her. Shit. That's exactly what has gone on. That's why Biden was replaced as well. It's all there, man. It's all there. The old Hillary Clinton was no different than Donald Trump. As I've told you millions of times, they are third cousins. They are literally off the same family tree, off the same Nazi fucking family tree. She is no different than Trump.
If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked, they're gone. If they've been working and are law-abiding, we should say, here are the conditions for you staying. You have to pay a stiff fine because you came here illegally. You have to pay back taxes, and you have to try to learn English, and you
Woke Pack for live.
What is any different than the rhetoric that Trump says than from what you just heard from 2008? But somehow everyone seems to forget. Why? Because she's not orange-skinned. Because she's not fucking a rapist or a racist. Or better yet, she's not a man. God damn it.
God damn it!
I'm not gonna show Selena Gomez crying. We already did that like last year. It was pathetic. I didn't like that bit, but we still did it anyways. Alright, we're moving on. You know what this is all about? Why the news and the Democrats are pissed off that Trump just exposed. And no one's gonna go to jail. Literally, he just exposed that the Democratic Party is aligned with the Chinese. He just exposed that Barack Obama deliberately paid the Chinese to fucking steal the election for fucking Biden. And probably exposed the fact that Barack Obama was the president during Biden's administration because Joe Biden was not conscious the last fucking 8 years. This is all about getting away with fraud. Voter ID fraud. You want to know how I know this? Because here is a restaurant that some of you might know, and it's called Olive Garden. Yeah! Olive Garden has recently brought back all-you-can-eat pasta. And this time they were smart about it because too many of these fucking grifters were showing up and hanging out all day and literally eating hundreds of dollars worth of pasta every day. This unlimited pasta and shit. So they decided to now make a year-round pass that you buy. It's like a subscription service. And then you can show up there and scan your card and you're in. You can have unlimited pasta when you go. Somebody had the really smart question to ask. Am I able to order pasta for family using the Pasta Pass? Or is it just exclusively for one person? You know, the guy who paid for the card at the table when he shows up. I'd feel weird for just one person having unlimited pasta while everybody else has to pay for their own meals, she asks. And you want to know what Olive Garden said? She says, you fucking freeloader, fucking piece of shit. This is America, not some third world country. Son of man, it's a little sprinkle on top, just so you know. No, the never-ending pasta pass is only used by the pass holder whose name is printed on the pass. Passes are personalized, motherfucker, with a barcode, a 6-digit barcode that we scan with a scanner, and non-transferable. Pass holders must present a valid United States ID, no passport, no fucking social security card. We need a valid photo ID issued by the state and United States of America. With that pass at the time of ordering, then you will be allowed to eat unlimited pasta, motherfucker.
Live.
So are you trying to tell me that a goddamn Italian fucking restaurant franchise in America will ask for identification to eat unlimited pasta, but one party in our government doesn't want proof of identification for voting for president? That's what this is really about. It's about them still having the ability, continuing to have the ability to cheat every time there's an election. Because I promise you, there is no way of proving it, but for the past 60, 70 years, the dead have voted and the unregistered have voted. Like myself, who has never registered to vote. But I promise you, if I had the power or skills to somehow look up on the government archives, it'll probably come out that I've been voting this whole time, mysteriously. Because that's really what's going on. Unless a person goes there with an ID at the end of the day and presents, here I am, motherfucker, and approved one time, motherfucker, this is the only time you're gonna vote. Go in there, we just saw your ID, we saw your face, we matched it. It's real. That's the only way it's ever gonna be fair. And somehow, one half of the government does not want that. That's what all of this is really about. Whether you want to believe it or not. All right. It's about pasta. Never-ending pasta, motherfuckers. Fuck you, Trump. Olive Garden for life.
For life.
But let's move it along to the man of perdition. The man you show up for every week. The rapist. The racist. The orange. The proud. And the brave. And apparently, according to the Iranians, the idiots.
Persian Gulf and Oman Sea. This is Iranian Sepa Navy calling you on channel 16. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. We will open it by the order of our leader Imam Khamenei, not by the tweets of some idiot.
For life.
If you want to pass through the strait, you must ask permission from Iranian Sepa Navy. All vessels that have a connection with our enemies will be targeted if they try to pass the Strait of Hormuz out. In Persian Gulf and...
So, the Strait of Hormuz remain closed. But what did Donald Trump say about it?
We are just going forward. We're attacking them tonight. We're taking out all of their capability for anything having to do with the Strait, with the Hormuz Strait. And I think in the end, we will end up just controlling the whole thing. And what they're doing is being very foolish, very stupid, and they've treated people horribly. They've killed. We are.
He said, we're going to take the Strait. That's it. I'm done playing games. Fuck it. And people thought, oh, this is him. This is Trump being Trump. Like, he doesn't mean it. Look, he has the red tan. It ain't even the orange face tan. So, you know, he's not serious about it. That's what the news was saying. Well, Trump got pissed. And he decided to call in to the fake news and let them know he was serious.
But we had a deal. What nobody knows, we had a deal. It was a done deal. And then they broke it. They always break it. We've had 10 deals with these people. And so we're just going to hit them very hard, and we're going to keep the Strait, and we'll probably run it. We'll become the guardian of the Strait. Maybe we'll call it the guardian angel of the Strait, and we should be reimbursed for that. When we do that, we're going to be reimbursed because the other nations are very wealthy. They're on our side, and we can't be expected to do that for nothing, unlike we had for many years. You know, we guarded the Strait for 50 years more. And we never got paid for it. They made all the money, and the United States was just, you know, not, they wouldn't, it's amazing. It's...
Cheers, roast!
For life.
Thank you for being here, motherfucker. I'm watching the revelation of our president destroying the Middle East. As it should be. Because I'm getting tired of all this ass. You know, we just blew the fuck out of all of them. All this would be over. That's my opinion. A little too extreme, even for Donald Trump. But the Son of Man is different. I'll just tell him like that. So he said, we're going to hit him hard. And hit him hard we did. Because this motherfucker, the first thing he did, he says, we're going to make clear the way for our ships to go through the Strait of Hormuz. And we send in droned ships to blow up all their ports. And by the way, those are ports made out of wood and stone. Look at those shitty, they look like ancient Egyptian ports. Those dumb motherfuckers. That's how lame and fucking behind in civilization they are. God damn it. They're still living in the Stone Age. There ain't gonna be no war. Oh my God. It's going down, motherfuckers. In the next month, we're going to go into full-on war with Iran. And I personally think we're just going to be drones and bombs. And Israel is the one's going to send in ground troops. But this is it, the end of Iran. And I think Israel is going to own it afterwards. It's pretty sad. But, you know, they asked for it. They asked for it. They should have just let the fucking bend over like everyone else in the Middle East and give us the money. All right, they should have done it. Trump supposedly is considering ground troops, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Are you ruling out a ground campaign in a limited capacity?
I don't want to say that either, but I would say no if I thought it was appropriate. I'd say sometimes you need a ground campaign, but we have other people that will do the ground campaign for us.
Are you ruling out a ground campaign?
He says we have other people that'll do the ground campaign, meaning Israel. So I really think we're just moving our ships over there so we can bomb the shit out of them. We're sending drones in. We're going to clear the way. And then the goddamn Jews are going to go in there and fuck everything up. That's what's going to go down. That's what's going to go down. Just keep your eyes on the news. Because it's going to get crazy the next couple of days. That's all I'm going to say. Oh my God. Trump was on Air Force One. And he decided to zing AOC. And Gavin Newsom to the fake news. This is awesome.
I watched AOC.
And by the way, I have literally said the exact same thing this guy is about to say. And by the way, if that's not a lizard right there, I don't know what is. Right there where I paused it. That's a goddamn reptilian being. Yeah, that's who we're dealing with, folks. That's who these people are.
By the way, I watched AOC answering questions in Munich. This was not a good look for the United States. I watched Gavin Newsom answering questions in Munich, and this was a bad look for our country. These two people are incompetent. And at least Hillary's competent. She's just Trump deranged. She was so deranged. She is an angry woman. But
it's his cousin. It's his cousin. Remember, that's why he's talking good. She's still family. She's still family, but we don't like each other.
But I watched the other two speaking and answering basic questions. Look, Gavin has destroyed California, and AOC.
They're idiots.
See, I never heard her speak very much, and they started answering questions. She had no idea what was happening. She had no idea how to answer, very important questions concerning the world.
Live.
Cheers, Goldberg. Thank you for being here, motherfucker. I myself am excited for the Democratic primaries this next election. Because if AOC and Gavin Newsom and Bernie Sanders are going to be debating each other, it's going to be awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh, what a shit show. Oh, my God. Look at that lizard. You motherfuckers. Well, he wasn't done zinging the motherfucking fake news. But zinging motherfuckers, because as soon as he got to the White House, they started grilling them more on that shit. This guy, he started fucking him over. You know how he is.
Has Secretary Hexeth told you why he hasn't released the video of the second strike?
No, he hasn't told me. I thought that issue was dead. You're surprised you bring it up. You must be CNN.
Lawmakers are still talking about it on the Hill.
Are you CNN?
I am with CNN.
Oh, gee, I'm shocked to find out.
But lawmakers are still talking about it on the Hill.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know about lawmakers. Which lawmakers you're talking about?
Mostly Democrats have been talking about trying to release it.
I mean, the people that you work for, the Democrats? You work for the Democrats, don't you? You're basically an arm of the Democrat Party.
Live.
I don't like this guy. I just admire him. Because he's the first one of all their little elite groups. He's the first one that doesn't give a fuck. And he says, I'm just going to go ahead and say things. They don't believe it anyways, and you're going to be too embarrassed to fucking say it ain't true as well. So he just fucking them over, bro. Oh, my God. You work for the Democrats. Your boss is a Democrat. He told you to ask me that. You know exactly what they're doing. I heard the conversation. I was there. You saw me having lunch with them the other day. You dumb bitch. He doesn't give a fuck, bro. That's why they don't like him. Because he's the first one of their own who doesn't play by the rules. He is a racist. He is a rapist. And a murderer. Just like all of them are, really. All of them. All of them are rapists, racists, and murderers. He's just the only one with an orange tan.
Live.
That's why we love him. Cheers, everybody. So what did he do this week? This rapist, racist, orange tan motherfucker. Well, he met with one of the most heinous countries that ever battled us in the past, Iraq. Even though, quite frankly, they had no chemical weapons when we went in there in Desert Storm. They didn't have a Republican Iraqi, a Republican guard. They didn't have shit. It was all a lie. Saddam made cardboard cutouts, and this is the truth. Look it up. Saddam made cardboard cutouts of all these tanks and airplanes, and he put them out in the desert like if they had a military. When we got there, when George Bush Sr. got there, they didn't have shit. And so Saddam had no choice but to just set all the oil on fire and retreat. That's how we wound up with Kuwait. Fucking dumbasses. But here we are. The only threat to America is supposedly they never had nothing. The only thing Saddam had, like I told, we talked about it the last week or the week before, is he found the Stargate and he found technology that he didn't know how to use, but America knew they had to get in there before he figured out how to use it. But here we are, over here, getting these motherfuckers, these Husseins, Uday Hussein and all the leftovers, bending over, licking ass, as they should be doing.
We love Iraq, and they're well represented. This man just won a big election. They are very well represented. I can tell you that. Thank you very much.
They got lots of money. That's what that meant. Trump is all like, oh yeah, we're gonna make a lot of money with these assholes. Look at these dumb motherfuckers. They don't know what they're in for. We're about to swindle them for all they're worth. Oh yeah. God bless America. There is one tiny little thing Trump didn't like about this guy. No, it wasn't his brown skin, although he doesn't like his brown skin. And it wasn't his religion, although he doesn't like his religion. It was the fact that he was a good-looking guy.
Going to be there for a long period of time, and it's great to have you at the White House. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And he's a young man. He's young and he's handsome, which I don't like. I'm not happy about it.
At least he admits it, you know. So the man was there. I would have added the sprinkle on top, and I would have been like, plus he's brown and he speaks a funny language, and when he writes it's squiggly lines. I really don't like this piece of shit next to me. Oh yeah! Happy Friday night, everybody. Thank you for being here for the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
you know what it is. Cheers, guys. All right. Let's keep it going. We're not done with Trump. Because he's in sole purpose in life, what's left of it, because he is 80 years of age, is to leave his stamp on the world. A legacy that'll be remembered for all eternity. Or at least until 2045 when the world ends. But until then, he wants to be remembered as the guy, the best motherfucker to ever done it, is what he's been heard saying behind the scenes. Don't quote me on that. So coming this year, probably in the fall, the brand new signature $100 bills by Trump himself. They're printing them out. They're rolling them out. Hundreds. How do they say it? Hundreds of dollars, all signed by the rapist, racist, orange tan motherfucker himself. Which none of us will ever get a hold of. And the minute we do, hey, we're just gonna give it away to someone else for the bills and the taxes or the fucking shit that we need to buy. God bless America and the slaves we are. So be on the lookout next time you hold a $100 bill before you give it away, which you know you're going to. Make sure that it was signed by Trump. You dumb motherfuckers. But here's something that you probably can hold on to. Put it away. I've already ordered $10 worth myself. The official dollar coins with Donald Trump on the fucking face. Pure $1 gold for everybody in God we trust. God bless Jesus Christ, this nation, the Freemasons, and Satan. 250 years and no one can stop us. No one. And that means you fucking non-binary woke motherfuckers. You're never gonna stop this. Yeah. Never. This shit is strong. It's never gonna end. You wanna know why? Because it's trending #1 on TikTok.
As I stand by the Declaration of Independence, which is a great honor, I keep hearing so much about TikTok and all of the influence they have and that how it's unfair and how it's this and that. But here's the only problem. I'm #1 on TikTok. Can you believe it? I'm #1. Look at those numbers. Billions and billions of people are looking at Trump. And I keep hearing about the influence other people have. I don't know. How come I'm #1 if they have so much influence?
Because that's all they want to talk about. They just want to talk about him. It's amazing. They jealous. They hate him because they ain't him. Dave Franco said it. No, James Franco said it best. Or what was that guy's name? That pussy, you know, the one that slept with the fucking his students and shit. He said it best. They hate us because they ate us. Let it be known. Let's move along to U.S. politics tonight. Because Mitch McConnell is still MIA, a.k.a. brain dead. But somehow, he's still okay. He wrote a whole page letter and sent in a picture to say he was okay. In fact, his wife later sent in a video to confirm that everything is A-okay. His Asian Chinese wife, naturally born and raised in China with communist ideals, sent in this video to let you know that everything's A-okay.
Mr. McConnell, very healthy.
Oh, but on the real. They did send in a letter to Congress, and this fake as fuck AI picture of him in the hospital, supposedly well, sitting down. Somehow this guy can still vote and stop the Trump Save America Act from passing, because we don't, apparently, we don't want people to show an ID when they vote. Because that's just fucking weird, right? And like I said earlier, but Olive Garden will want to see your ID if you want to have your never-ending pasta. But our federal government doesn't want to see your ID if you want to vote. Don't worry about it. We trust you. This was Mitch McConnell last month, for fuck's sakes, man. And look at the fuck. How does this guy even had a job for the past 8 years? The fact that he's earning a paycheck and somehow still voting? Look at him. Look, he obviously has people that tell him what to do, tell him what to say. You're a fucking moron if you still believe that this is somehow okay.
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
Hey, Grandpa, did you hear what they asked you?
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.
Look at his face. That is a clone that has malfunctioned because the real person has already died about 6 years ago, and the other side is just playing you stupid.
Senator. Benny.
This is embarrassing. And people keep voting for these people to stay in office and to be millionaires, to make their families millions of fucking dollars, embezzling and stealing from all of us. But I'm a Democrat. But I'm Republican. You fucking idiots. Each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. Wake the fuck up. This guy's dead, bro. That's a clone. They're just making a new one right now. So then he's gonna come back next week, and this is not gonna be the way he. All of a sudden, he can talk and walk and dance and all this shit. You imagine the last 4 years. You fucking idiots. Senator Lindsey Graham apparently died.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Marianne Rafferty. We're following breaking news out of Washington right now. Prominent Republican South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham has died. His office saying on social media that he died from a brief and sudden illness, but right now no additional details have been released. Graham has held his Senate seat since 2003, and he's also chaired the Senate Budget Committee and was seeking a fifth six-year term in November. He was one of the most well-known members of the chamber and also a key voice within the Party of Defense and International Affairs. Graham was fresh off a trip to Ukraine, Kyiv, Ukraine, where he had met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Friday.
And that's where I'm gonna leave it. Or am I? Because the conspiracy grew when you find out his timeline. First, he showed up to meet Zelensky on July 10th. Then, the very next day, he went to a drone production facility in the Ukraine. Yeah. This is where our tax dollars are going to, he said. I want to check it out. And then, the drone facility was hit by the Russians while he was there the same day. And then the following day, on his trip back to the United States, on the airplane, he got sick and died. You don't have to be an idiot to realize what happened. He died in the explosion, you fucking morons. But the fucking government is not going to tell you that because Russia is supposed to be aligned with Trump. And we don't want an incident where Trump is then going to have to attack Russia when they're actually in cahoots. The elite's plans, their little alliances are literally exposed every day if you pay attention. This guy got killed in a drone strike by the Russians. Oh my God. Iran, of course, decided to make a video. They made a little Lego video, and they claimed that they did it. They said, oh, look, here's Lindsey Graham molesting a little girl there, and he's going to kill her and suck her blood. They know the truth, too. And then they claim that they're the ones that took out Lindsey Graham. But it was Russia, because Russia didn't know that idiot was there. Or maybe they did. Maybe Trump literally told fucking Putin, attack that drone. I don't like Lindsey Graham. Get him rid of him. We need to replace him anyways. And so they attacked the drone facility when that idiot was visiting it. And they killed him in it. Iran, like a bunch of fucking trolls, grifters, they always want to take credit for shit they never do because they're not sophisticated enough to fucking come up with something like this. Fucking idiots. I'm not gonna give Franco attention, Merkaba. This alien shit that piece of ass came up with. Fuck you, Dave Franco, James Franco. Moving on to California. Because Nick Shirley is at it again, motherfuckers. This time, he's not hitting Somalians, he's hitting Mexicans in fucking Gavin Newsom's part of the neighborhood.
Now let's go to another one that's even more concerning. Now let's go to another one that's even more concerning as kids are left all alone. Now we're at the Jama Shukri Family Childcare. This place is not a shopping plaza. It's not anywhere near any place that looks like a place where a daycare would be. In fact, it's actually in one of these apartments right here. So they're able to have daycares inside apartment buildings?
Yes. So I've come across many of these. Some of these are on the third story of an apartment complex. It's only one bedroom, and yet the capacity is for 8 kids.
We just arrived at the daycare. We have 2 kids out here.
I mean, I don't see what the big deal about it is. There's some people out here with 1 bedroom and then 8 kids, and they're not daycare centers. They're just regular households around here.
I don't know if they're members of the daycare. There's no oversight right here. Can we talk to your teacher?
Your teacher.
Is your teacher there? So this is the first child we've ever encountered at one of these daycares. There's 2 kids out here right now, and we're going to see if we can talk to the
licensee. It is, according to this paperwork, Shukri Jama.
Can we talk to the adult?
He is not here.
He is not here, even though the papers say it's a female. Hushigana? That's a female name, all right? My parents are from over there. I know.
Not here.
Yeah.
So you guys all by yourself?
Yeah. Knock on the door.
No one's here.
No one is not here.
Look at those kids. They barely know English. God damn it. God damn it! You know, my parents didn't know English. They still don't. But when they brought us over here, they set us in front of the TV, and I watched Bugs Bunny. I watched fucking Married with Children. Shit like that, Oprah, and shit like that. So I learned English. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these kids. Why they're not in front of the TV set the way Americans teach you.
Okay, so you guys are all by yourself.
Okay. I can see by myself.
Yeah, okay, that's concerning. No one's watching those children, and they're all by themselves.
My heart is breaking right now.
Yeah. She wants to cry, but she has no tears left.
I can't. Unbelievable.
Welcome to California, everybody! In a democratic society where your tax dollars go to the less fortunate so that they can fucking party and live like kings.
Wolfpack, full live.
It gets worse, my friends. It gets worse because California just passed a law that will allow immigrants to get a $150,000 voucher towards a down payment on property. Coming straight out of your tax dollars, by the way.
In the meantime, illegal immigrants in California now one step closer to receiving state funds that they could use for a down payment on a home. Senior national correspondent William LaJeunesse reports. Hi, William.
Well, Martha, the bill just passed the state Senate and now goes back to the Assembly, where Democrats have a supermajority, and aides tell me it is likely to pass. The bill makes illegal migrants eligible for $150,000 to buy a new home.
They claim, but us Americans who are going to end up paying for this, and by the way, who don't have a $150,000 voucher so that we can own property in our own country that we grew up in, were born in, and have been working in, and have been getting our taxes taken away to invest in this system that we live in. But somehow the system is working for someone else that is coming from another country, and not for me. God damn it, bro. California is lost, Gomer. You are right, man. But see, California is literally a little petri dish. All right? This is a petri dish, and you can look at it and observe it and see what will happen to the rest of the country if we vote those types of people in. The rest, you know, even for presidency, if we get one of these idiots to be a president, the whole country's fucked. The whole country. It's like a domino effect. That's insanity, man. I don't understand why, if you were born in this country, if you work in this country, were born in this country, and you've been paying taxes, why you don't get food assistance, why you don't get housing assistance. Because those taxes are going in for the government to help America and Americans, which is you. But somehow, you're not the one being helped. Someone who's not from here is being helped. Someone who is illegal is being helped. That's who doesn't pay the taxes, who wasn't born here. I need food assistance. I need fucking housing assistance. I don't understand the logic behind wanting to help other people coming in here so that they can live better than me, and I'm the one paying for it. I don't understand the logic behind that. And you're an idiot if you think that's okay. God damn it. God damn it! But it's not just the goddamn Somalians, apparently, or the Mexicans, or the Guatemalans, or the Iranians, or the fucking Iraqis, or the Muslims. We're gonna get into the Muslims in just a little bit. Apparently now it's the Indians as well that are committing fraud in America.
15. Over 70% came from India and nearly 12% from China. And when you zoom in on this map you're looking at, you can see where most are being hired. The dark red spots show a high density of H-1B visa holders. And now we're learning more about the fraud within the program.
100,000 counterfeit visas for India and China and Nigeria, mostly India and China, were given in the United States.
The holders
between 2015 and 2025.
Since 2015. Over 70% came from India and nearly...
Look at all those red zones. Huh? You see that? A lot of those motherfuckers are taking your tax dollars right now. And that's the real issue with this country, is the fact that you're contributing to something that is not paying you back. You're investing in something that is not giving anything in return. But other people are, and they're not investing in it. Oh my God. Wake the fuck up, you idiots. This communism, socialism shit, it's not real. It doesn't work. They're going to find out soon in New York. They're finding out in New York. We've been talking about it for the past couple of weeks. They're finding out slowly. Guess what Mamdani did this week? The fucking idiot decided to call his cousins in Iran and tried to set up a meeting behind President Trump's back.
Well, New York City Mayor's office is under fire after Zoran Mamdani's International Affairs Commissioner reportedly made plans to meet with Iran's UN ambassador earlier this week. The timing could not have been worse. And the New York Post reporting this, the scheduled meeting would have unfolded after Iranian troops fired missiles at 2 commercial ships traversing the Strait of Hormuz. An action Monday in direct defiance of an interim peace agreement between the U.S. and Iran. Mayor Mamdani was asked about this at a news conference today. Watch.
Yeah, remember, that's already considered treason.
That meeting did not take place, it will not take place, and I did not know about it until there was a press inquiry regarding it.
Right away, his fucking ball sack went up his little pussies. And shit. He knew he fucked up. Better not be pulling this terrorist shit in our country, motherfucker. I'm done with this guy. I'm done with his family causing 9/11. I'm done with him. And shit. Everyone's done with him. Ah, son of man, here you go. One of the brightest, one of the bravest, one of the most multicultural representatives and public officials that we've ever had in the past century. And here you are. You fucking homosexual. You fucking, you wannabe fucking twisted sister looking motherfucker. Trying to degrade a great man. It's what they'll say. Oh yeah? Does this sound like a great man right here trying to discredit rape victims? Female, natural born female rape victims.
And what I think is important to know is a lot of the increase in rape also comes from an expanded definition of what counts as rape, as well as survivors coming forward for acts that took place years prior.
You know, there's conditions. You know, what does count as rape and shit? And did he use one finger or two? Did he put it all the way in or just a tip? Was he a trans man or was he just a regular man? Because a trans man would never rape you. He would just put it in you. Ah, yeah.
Woke as fuck.
And how long ago did it happen, you dumb bitch? Yeah, that's the kind of guy they voted for, bro. A guy who doesn't even believe a woman when she says she's been raped. I personally don't believe a woman when she's been raped, but I'm not a Muslim like this guy is. Cheers!
Woke pack.
Live. Son of man, here you are again, starting your racist rhetoric against the religion, a faith, a people from another country in a different language with squiggly lines no one fucking understands and still live in caves and wear turbans and shit. You're racist, is what they'll say. Oh yeah? Well, how come their own kind have left their country to escape their tyranny and their ways, and now they're here to warn you? They're here to warn you that you are allowing them to destroy your country as well.
Okay, in Canada. My name is Edwin Segoli. I am a Sharia law survivor, was born in Iran, and I'm here to tell you everything that you're doing here has been done in UK and Canada. You have no idea where this halal money is going to, how they're funding these mosques, and what kind of a hell is coming towards your country right now. It's 2026. I escaped that hell years ago. And now
you think my family left another country to come here because they love that country? Because they love the religion and the government? You fucking morons.
I'm seeing the same thing happening over here in the United States. You have no idea. There's 3 levels of Sharia law that is happening. Right now it's level 1. They come in peace. They come and tell you, we just want rights. We want to be part of it. Level 2 is what's happening in the UK right now. You have two-tier policing. You have cops who are working with Muslims right now. You have Sharia law courts over there. Now they're pushing blasphemy laws over there. And one of them is called M103. It's in Canada. People are being jailed. People are being raped in the United States, and nobody's doing anything about that because these Muslims are protected.
They're already marrying 10-year-old girls, and we already showed it a few weeks ago. It's happening in your cities.
Level 3 is what happened to my country, Iran. The hell I lived under. The apostasy laws.
Have you ever seen what Iran looked like in the 60s? Please, I beg you, go on the internet on YouTube and put Iran 1960. I promise you, it's gonna look like Americans. It's gonna look like America. The women will look just like us. The men, everything, the culture, the city. But then Islam took over. And it turned into what it is now. That is what he's talking about.
Blasphemy laws, the hangings. These people do not change. They use taqiyya to come to your country, lie to every single one of you, and tell you they're different. They're not. Even in Florida, if you look at any of these mosques, they're pushing infidels. They're saying we want to kill infidels. We want to take over their lands. They're openly calling this out. Go to X and watch any of them straight up talking about this. And people like you I love America. I love America. Like right now, when I was in Iran living in that hellhole under Islam, I was praying to God to come to this country one day and live freely. And this shit is happening. I'm so sorry, but I'm just crying.
I mean, god damn it, bro. Son of man, that's just some racist from another country. And what does he know? He's not even a true Muslim because he's all tattooed just like you. You're not even a true Indian like you and your parents. Fuck you, piece of shit. Why do you think we are tattooed? Because we denounce. We denounce that shit. And we do everything that is against it. Never forget. You idiots. You're allowing the country to be destroyed from the inside because no one can penetrate us from the outside. And the only way they can take America is by having it be destroyed from within. And that's exactly what is happening here. All right? But don't worry, my friends, because there is enough crazy white women out there that I think we're going to end up winning in the end.
I proclaim the name of the Lord Jesus Christ over the capital of Texas. I stand against Islam and the false prophet Muhammad. Islam will never dominate the United States, and by the grace of God, it will not dominate Texas.
Live.
Man, if anybody's got that lady's Facebook, let me know. Oh, yeah. That was woke. That was woke.
Woke as fuck.
Oh, my God. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. The fact that somebody has a balls to do something like that, man. The takeover is real, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, you dumb motherfuckers. Here's an incident that happened in NYC. Because the son of man ain't fear-mongering. This is going to happen throughout America because it happened in Canada. It has happened in the UK. And these people can't get in trouble. Believe me. This is what New York City has succumbed to thanks to Mamdani and his terroristic ways. And what America is in for if we're not crazy, if we're not careful.
What's wrong with this picture? I'm at Home Depot in Michigan.
Alright, this is the wrong video. Look, Michigan is bad too, alright? They got Muslims over there. This is getting bad, folks. This is getting bad. Watch out for the Muslims. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here for the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
Oh my God. It's getting bad, bro. It's getting bad. It's being exposed. The weaknesses, the cracks in the system. The left is looking more and more pathetic. That they're even their own kind are just straight up calling them out. They don't know if they should be ashamed or proud of being called Democrats.
People say to me all the time, oh, you're, Republican and right-leaning. I go, listen, I don't own a gun. I'm not religious at all. I'm for abortion and pot smoking and everything. How right can I be?
You've put your finger on the thing that makes me so incensed about the woke and the far left, which is this, that they want to characterize people, you, me, Barry Weiss,
Everything needs a fucking label to these fucking morons. You need to categorize, you need to label everything as something. Who are you with? Who's your people? What is your club? I'm by myself, you fucking piece of shit. That's what I tell those pussies.
Who's a lesbian and Jewish, and things that used to be our. We need no further credentials to let you know that we are certainly not conservatives. We're not right wingers. We're not whatever you think, and yet it's never enough for them. Right. It's never enough that we're just not willing to go along with your insanity. That doesn't make us conservatives.
Right. No, I agree. Barry.
Woke Pack for live.
Here he is again, son of man, sucking up to Bill Maher's dick. Yeah, I am. Hard too. I love Bill Maher, even though he's a fucking leftist Democrat. Because he's one of the fucking smartest leftist Democrats that's ever been. You fucking idiots. The rest of you are fucking retards. Yeah, that's what I gotta say. This guy's the only smart one on that side, for fuck's sakes. And even he knows that you guys have no candidate, no one that's gonna win the next presidential election. Because you have a bunch of morons that you put in charge. He knows it. He's admitted it. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. The future of America under a democratic rule is grim, my friends. It's not just grim. It's sad and pathetic. You don't believe me? Let me show you the Democratic primary elections for Senate. And one of their top leading candidates, Ashley Webb, running for Maine Democratic Senate chair. Listen to this wokeness.
Ashley Webb, what qualifications do you have to serve in the U.S. Senate?
Oh, I ran for office several times. Didn't win, but I did run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books, and then I suppose my transparency, I wouldn't lie to the people, and I wouldn't deceive the people like we're being deceived right now.
Ashley Webb, what?
Well, God damn it, I'm kind of pissed off about this because that's literally me. I could be running for Democratic fucking Maine Senate seat and make a difference. And not only that, but be getting paid $175,000 a year. Oh, yeah.
For live.
God damn it, man. We're fucking up here, guys. I need a campaign manager. If this fucking man can run for elections, and so can I. And I look way better than a dumbass. How are you gonna go on television looking like that with no makeup on, you fucking loser? Look at this shit. Not even presentable to be on TV and shit. Let me fast forward here. Look at this. No eyeliner. You got that Trump has more makeup on than you do, you fucking dumbass. Oh my God. his credentials? Like I said, this guy's a ripoff. This is like a discount son of man right here. This is your Timu son of man.
Expose my transparency. I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books, and then I expose my transparency. I wouldn't lie to the people, and I
don't lie to anybody. I always say the truth.
Wouldn't deceive the people like we're being deceived right now. Like,
and we are being deceived right now. This motherfucker stole everything from me. God damn it! God damn it! Fuck you, Ashley Webb. I'm gonna find out where you are, you motherfucker. I'm gonna troll the shit out of you. Let's move it along. I got kind of fucking pissed. This kind of pisses me off. Should have been me. The Democrats are two-faced. And two trailers wide as well, apparently. Looks like Neil Young. Cheers, Merkaba!
For life.
That's a good one, bro. Oh my god. The Democrats are two-faced. It's a party you can't fucking trust. You don't believe me? Just pay attention here to what I'm about to show you. This is a representative talking about when an illegal alien is killed by ICE.
I am horrified. I'm heartbroken. And I am furious. I want accountability. In the span of just a few days, ICE agents shot and killed 2 men in the street. Lorenzo Salgado Araujo in Texas and Joan Sebastian Guerrero in Maine. Lorenzo was a father who had lived in Houston for 35 years and raised his family. He did construction, building the homes that Texans live in today. He was on his way to work when an unmarked car came up on him, and ICE shot and killed him in a traffic stop. This is horrific. ICE then detained the 3 eyewitnesses that were in the car with Lorenzo, and now they are reportedly in removal proceedings to be deported before they can even be interviewed to find out what happened. Then just yesterday in Biddeford, Maine, ICE agents shot 26-year-old Joan in broad daylight. Video footage shows ICE agents dragging his dead or dying body out of a car, pushing him to the ground and handcuffing him as he bleeds out. Let me start by...
Cheers, the one guy.
For life.
Thank you for being here. Now that was her talking about when an illegal alien got killed by ICE. Now watch her talk about when an American citizen is killed by an illegal alien. See the difference here.
By offering my deepest condolences to you, Mrs. Gorman, and to you, Mr. Abraham, for the loss of your children. As a parent myself, I can think of no greater loss, and I appreciate you.
Their children were killed by illegal immigrants.
You being here to share their stories and their lives with us. Unfortunately, this hearing is, it's the 4th time in this committee that we've had a hearing on sanctuary cities, the 4th time. And there's many other things that we could be doing other than this. I would have loved to have had some hearings on the unconstitutionality of the president's executive order on eliminating birthright citizenship.
This is the 4th time you've come up here to complain about somebody killed your children, when we should be talking about the shit Trump is doing in the White House. And these are the type of people that they keep electing to be in charge of us. The type of psychopaths that care about themselves. They care about the people that are going to vote for them, so they can continue to stay in office, so they can continue to be rich, and you can be poor.
Woke Pack for life.
But one good thing did happen this week, my friends, because we are one step closer to finally finding peace and relaxation for once. You're never, ever, hopefully soon, going to feel tired again, because the House passed a bill to end or better yet, to stay in daylight savings permanently, meaning the time that is right now would stay forever, no more changing the time again in October. The only problem is, this still has to go to the Senate, and they have to vote it in. Trump, he's for the idea, so as soon as he gets it in the White House, he's gonna pass it. Hopefully, the people in the Senate don't fuck this up, is all I'm trying to say. So, one good thing happened this week. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Two good things happened this week, my friends, because something very dangerous was happening this week, and everybody had no idea it was. The Senate voted on whether or not to merge our military infrastructure with Israel. And none of the news networks decided to tell you about it, except this one.
Well, Prime Minister, will that drawing down of foreign aid from the United States to Israel be compensated by the...
And by the way, this is not even coming from this news network. This evil son of a bitch just casually let it slip.
The proposal to have a merging of some sort between our Pentagon and your military?
Yeah, I'm calling it from aid to partnership. So we take away the money that is given to Israel, which is one part, but the other part is we co-invest in equal measures in the new technologies that are needed to give our military and your military the advantage. So there are some unbelievable projects. So we invest jointly and take the fruits equally. You move from aid to partnership, and I think that represents what Israel is. And remember, the other thing is that we share with America unbelievable intelligence to save American life.
The Epstein files.
General Keegan has said that when he was working in American intelligence, what Israel was giving the United States,
blackmailing them with,
was worth, he said, 5 CIAs.
Straight out of his own mouth.
I'm not trying to be mathematically exact, but Israel's contributions to America's defense are important. Our technology is incredible. And since yours is incredible too, and you're the great champion of liberty and free markets, I think the meshing of our two great countries of talent would strengthen America's position.
Did you hear that? I'll play it again.
Countries of talent would markets. I think the meshing of our two.
I think the merging.
Free markets. I think the meshing of our two great countries of talent would strengthen America's position.
Luckily, everyone in fucking the Senate voted no, except for 7 motherfuckers that should be tried for treason, because they all voted no. No merging of any kind of infrastructure with any other country. Thank God. People are slowly but surely waking up to the realization that humanity's real enemy are the Jews. Kanye West was fucking right. Like I've said it all along. And in New York, about this post was just deleted. A bunch of woke motherfuckers were burning a Jewish flag. Which you won't see anymore. But the world is waking up to the lies.
How arrogant and evil do you have to be to say something like this?
Jews are God's chosen people. And the Gentiles must learn their purpose in life is to fight and die for Israel.
Although they could not exist without our help, we are shown no respect. The entitlement comes from decades of our compliance. For many older Americans, that compliance was justified through faith. But what exactly do they have to say about our God?
How dumb this goyim sometimes can be. Like they say, you killed our God. That means it wasn't a God. How can you kill a God? You normal? How stupid you could be. You killed our God. Who was your God? JC. If it was God, we could kill.
And what do they think about the future of our nation?
Because the most powerful nations in the world have to go down to their knees. That's what happened to Egypt. That's what's going to happen to America. That's what's going to happen to Germany. That's what's going to happen to France. That's what's going to happen to London. England's going to happen to Poland. That's what's going to happen to Russia. That's what's going to happen to China. But we're almost there, guys. It's happening. This is it. They're all going to go down to their knees, especially the Western ones. They're going to go down hard for how they treated us over the last 2,000 years, for the destruction of the Second Temple and how they treated us. Hashem's going to take them down hard, because the reason God's doing this is for His name in this world.
It's obvious that they believe they are superior to us and that they are entitled to everything we have, including our lives. For daily videos and information, please follow and share. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Slowly but surely, we will be victorious. Because that is the real evil and the true enemy of humanity. And the world is waking up to it. But moving on to other world news, we all know that the Ukraine-Russian war has yet to find an end to their conflict. And so as long as Trump is president, there will not be an end, because this is all being allowed in order to traffic drugs and launder money. All three sides are in on it. Zelensky is compliant. They're just doing this to make money. That's the truth. That's the truth. There's no war going on. There's just drugs being trafficked and fucking money being laundered. Trump just took over the operation after he fucking said, "You're not working for Biden anymore. He's not in charge." That's all that's going on. So, quite frankly, like I've said in the past, we never have to worry about Russia. Our only enemy is China, because they're the only formidable country in the world that can stand against us. Because Russia is just like Iraq back in Desert Storm. It's all smoke and mirrors. This is literally their Marines, my friend. These motherfuckers could never come at us, even if they tried. At the very least, they'll take a lot of their own kind out. And they didn't fire that guy, or fucking, what did they call it? Military discharge. You're not good enough to be in our ranks, son. Look, he got hit. That fucking sergeant hit his ass. Yeah! Look at that, look at that. Boom, he hit him right there. Boom, motherfucker, you dumbass. That's not good enough. I would have laid it into him more, I would have picked him up and fucking body slammed him. I would have one-winged angeled his ass. Fuck that guy, dude. Look at that shit. And actually, now that I think about it, he didn't even beat up the guy who was... He beat up the other guy who was there. Oh my god, man. The guy who was manning it got thrown away. He actually hit some other guy just out of anger. You idiots. We don't have to worry about the Russians. I'll make sure to look it up. One guy. 1933, Chicago Jewish Day. I'll look it up. We don't have to worry about Russia. Ever. What we do have to worry about is racism. We deal with it a lot in the United States. Me, I am a person of color. As you can see, I am brown of origin, non-Caucasian, white, non-European, Anglo-Saxon, all that shit. I don't ever check any of that when they ask me. But obviously, I do check trans, non-binary, and undecided, just in case you didn't know. But in other countries, where people go and seek asylum from the racism of America, well, some people, like this trans guy, they end up finding out that racism is everywhere.
Between here and there is a bunch of Algerians and Moroccans or whoever who think that queer people should be beaten. I think that this system where you have people just living out here that are unhappy is not good.
Yeah. And do you think it's safe here?
No, I don't think it's safe.
Oh, it's scary. It's legitimately scary. I decided that my mental health is degrading so substantially being here that I just need to get out, and the situation that I have in the US as a trans person, not good, right? But here I will be hurt or killed.
Oh, guess what? I guess the Americans really weren't being Nazis, and trans people are not being hurtled up into concentration camps as you all claim you are, because when you go to another country, you are hurtled up into concentration camps and are hung in public, you fucking idiots. For the first time in your life, after you move to another country, you realize what it means to have freedom in this country. Freedom to act like a goddamn mental patient, and no one fucking tells you to stop. You're allowed to, which personally I think is wrong. Why are we encouraging and debilitating these people even further? But in America, you're free to be crazy. It's not like that in other countries. You idiots. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday night. Thank you for being here. The only show that is strictly for the boys. Cheers, everybody. Moving along to a little down south. Eastern South, maybe. I don't know. I'm not good with geography. I was never good at geography. Still not. I have trouble finding north and south. I rely on the GPS, and even then, Google sucks. I go down the wrong street all the time, even though it's telling me to turn. But down in Thailand, as I've been saying, when you do travel overseas and you wind up in one of these poor third world countries that are beautiful, by the way, and I encourage each and every one of you to take some money earned in America and travel to a third world country where you will feel like a king with that money because everything's so cheap, and have a good vacation there. It'll also make you a better person because you will appreciate what you have, but better yet, what little you have compared to other people in another country. That's all I'm trying to say. But my warning has always been to each and every one of you. Please do not go on a hot air balloon. I was a fucking idiot and a victim to an idiot for doing that myself. Do not go on a hot air balloon. Do not go bungee jumping. Do not go skydiving. Do not go paragliding. Do not go zip lining. Do not go anywhere near that involves you being near the edge of cliffs or mountainsides or any kind of bullshit in a third world country, because there is a 90% fucking chance that you're gonna fucking die. And he did die. That was like 30 feet in the air, slammed down in a shallow shore. And his young 26-year-old wife kept all the inheritance.
Live.
They were on their honeymoon, and she paid the guy $20 to leave it loose. This is bad, bro. I keep showing you videos of stuff like this happening, man, in third world countries. These people, number one, they're not professionals. These are like some guy that went and applied to a 9 to 5, and they said, "Oh, can you be here tomorrow at 8?" Exactly at 8? Yes, sir. You're hired. That's all it is. There's no, that's it. And then they show him the day before, look, you just make sure he's tight, and there you go, and that's it. That's all you do. That guy that doesn't have to be strapped because he knows not to let go of the ropes. And that old man doesn't know. He's like, yay! You know what I'm saying? Because that's what dumbass foreign Americans do. When we're on a roller coaster, we lift our hands up instead of holding onto the bars so you don't fly out. That's what happens. You die. So I keep on letting everybody know, please, don't do this kind of shit. There's other kinds of activities. It's not just bungee jumping and paragliding. There's bullshit activities like, let me put you on this device here in Peru on the side of a cliff. We're going to spin you around so you can fucking feel like you're going to fly off the edge, but you're not, because these bars that we installed with kind of cement, but it's kind of like a plaster that the ancients used to use. We installed these motherfuckers. They're hard as fuck, and you would never fall off like that guy just did and die. Oh my God. Dude, that is horrible, bro. You go there to have fun, and then you fall off and you die, bro. Don't do this kind of shit in a third world country. I encourage everybody to visit a third world country, but don't do stuff that should be handled by professionals, American professionals, and another country, because God damn it, you're not going to have a good experience, and you very well might just die. Also, don't order a hamburger or pizza or any kind of American food anywhere else, because you're going to be very disappointed. All right, let's move it along, motherfuckers. Because guess what? Mexicans hate immigrants just as much as we hate them. These are Mexicans yelling, "Get the fuck out of here, Hondurans. We don't want you here." I will translate just in case you think I'm lying, because I understand what these motherfucking Browns are saying. I was born there. Well, I wasn't born there. I was born across the river. Don't worry. When you're born across the river, you're basically born in two countries. That's all I'm trying to say. We're there in Tijuana. The motherfuckers are trying to cross over to America. But before they get to America, they gotta cross through Mexico. And the Mexicans are not happy about it, motherfuckers. 10,000 migrants in Tijuana waiting for a Democratic president so that they can be let in, because Trump is not letting them in anymore. And the Mexicans are pissed off about this. Look at this. This guy literally says it. First our poor, first our people. Viva Mexico. Why are we paying our tax dollars, which is up over there? They get paid. They trust me, bro. It's not the same as America over there. Y'all motherfuckers need to go to Mexico and live like a king for a week. Have a good time at the beaches and come back and be appreciative of what's going on over there. But even they are not happy with their tax dollars going to someone else who doesn't live there. You prefer to go with them? Go with them. Get the fuck out of here. Go to their country. And she's hot as fuck too. Oh yeah. Look at that hot A.
Hay centros de detención en los Estados Unidos que son parecidos. Acá
She says they're holding us Guatemalans in centers just like they are in the United States. And the people are saying, it translates go to hell, but they're not saying go to hell, they're saying vete a la verga, which roughly translates, no, not roughly, straight up translates to go to the dick, or go eat a dick, bitch. Yeah. So, I mean, they're pissed about this. They're just like us, bro. Nobody wants their money going to someone else who's not working for it. It's not fucking being racist. It's having common sense.
Que la paz esté contigo, amigo. Que la paz esté contigo. Bendiciones en tu camino.
Immigrantes, sí. Illegales, no. That means we don't want no fucking illegals here. No to the invasion, that sign says. God damn it. Oh, but Trump is the racist. There's no way in hell why people want Guatemalans and other fucking Bolivians and Salvadoreños and Maras fucking raping and committing crimes and using tax dollar money. Fucking dumbasses. Each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. But I'm done with American politics because that shit pisses me the fuck off. It's the reason my blood pressure is high. It's the reason I can't sleep at night. It's these people that are richer than each and every one of us. And we all look up to them. And we say, I'm going to vote for this guy. And Democrats and Republicans. But at the end of the day, the only people that are suffering are the people that are not drunk and high like I am.
Live.
Hope everybody's staying lit on a Friday night. And don't you forget,
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you again for being here on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
But we're not done with the news. Because we have been having strangely biblical weather patterns. Right now, Canada is on fire. This is an aerial view of Drake's house in Ontario. That bitch is gone. Up in here, we on fire. It was G-Unit. They did it. Oh, yeah.
Live.
G-Unit. You can tell how old I am. Oh, Canada is on fire, motherfuckers. And this looks like a goddamn volcano. For fuck's sakes, bro. So these are not clouds. This is just smoke from all the fires in Canada. And all the smoke and fire hazardness has made its way to New York City. And this is what New York looked like today. I mean, god damn it, bro. If I lived in New York City and this is what it looked like when I walked outside, I think I would be angry. For fuck's sakes, bro. They have literally said that stepping outside is the equivalent of smoking 13 fucking cigarettes.
All because smoke from Canadian wildfires is pushing air quality into unhealthy and even
Just breathing the air today could be like smoking up to 13 cigarettes, all because smoke from Canadian wildfires is pushing air quality into unhealthy and even dangerous levels across parts of the Great Lakes and Northeast. Now, some people say they can actually taste the smoke. That bitter kind of metallic or barbecue-like flavor actually comes from tiny wildfire smoke particles irritating your nose and mouth.
I told you guys before I decided to just say fuck the system and live my laid back but very unfortunate poor lifestyle. I was working at a steel factory and I could see the particles of dust that they claimed floating through the air that I knew were particles of steel that everyone was breathing in like a bunch of dumb Mexicans. But not this brown person, because I wore a COVID mask, but I knew that wasn't enough. This is bad. This is very bad for anybody out there. And you know all these idiots in New York are liberals, so none of them are wearing COVID masks because they were against. We're not going to wear that shit. So nobody's wearing that shit because nobody wants to wear a mask and be safe and be rational and shit. Well, guess what? The smoke is poison to your lungs.
Barely smell like a campfire burning because as the smoke is carried across thousands of miles, sunlight breaks down these compounds, leaving behind toxic substances like benzene and formaldehyde, which is why the air can smell like chemicals. The American Lung Association warning of the long-lasting impacts from this, saying these particles can penetrate deep into the lungs and even enter the bloodstream. Particle pollution triggers asthma attacks, heart attacks, and strokes, and can kill.
My God. But everybody move to New York. It's going to be a good old fucking gay old time. City never sleeps. If you make it here, you'll make it anywhere, they say. And you'll make it to your grave sooner than everyone else. According to these reports, the smoke is poison to your lungs, to your hearts. It clogs your arteries. And everyone's out there breathing it right now. Trump is mad. Trump is, because he loves New York. New York is Trump's city, remember? Right? He lives there. He's got these towers. His gold tower that he lives in. And shit, that's his city. That city made him. He loves New York. He's mad. He wants to put tariffs on Canada for this bullshit. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But is this natural, as everyone in the fake news is claiming? Or is this a bigger plot to fuck you over?
100 million Americans are breathing right now is 10 times more toxic than normal pollution, and it's spreading east by the hour. Here's what happened. Over 830 wildfires are burning across Canada right now, and today, the wind shifted, pushing thick walls of that smoke straight across the border into the United States. Look at Duluth, Minnesota. Its air quality score hit 902 today. Anything above 300 is hazardous for every single person. Duluth is more than triple that, and it is racing east. Air quality alerts now stretch from Minnesota all the way to New York City, covering the entire states of Wisconsin and Michigan. Detroit, Milwaukee, Boston, and Philadelphia are all under it.
They are trying to get people weak and sick. I don't know. Maybe to release something that could affect weak and sick people faster. Think about it. We've already been subjected to a semi-pandemic. Think about this.
And the heaviest smoke reaches Washington, D.C. by tomorrow.
Cheers, Tony! I always gotta stop for my number one lieutenant. Cheers, Tony. Thank you for putting in that time. Thank you for putting in that work. And thank you for putting in that faith in the Son of Man. Cheers, Tony. I love you, my friend. You're just in time, because I'm unfolding a conspiracy of what's really going on in our current day.
entire states of Wisconsin and Michigan, Detroit, Milwaukee, Boston, and Philadelphia are all under it, and the heaviest smoke reaches Washington, D.C. by tomorrow. And here is why it is so toxic. The particles in wildfire smoke are small enough to slip past your lungs and enter your bloodstream, damaging your heart and nervous system. And this is only part of it. Right now,
think about how many people already got the COVID vaccine, which has been proven to be related to heart issues. And a lot of young people ended up dropping dead in high school sports after getting the goddamn COVID vaccine. And all of a sudden, they're filling your lungs with all of this ass.
is why it is so toxic. The particles in wildfire smoke are small enough to slip past your lungs and enter your bloodstream, damaging your heart and nervous system. And this is only part of it. Right now, roughly 4 dozen large fires are burning across 15 states, from Minnesota to California. They have already burned an area larger than Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon combined. Drought and record heat turned an entire continent into fuel, and officials say this could burn until the snow comes back.
This will continue to burn until the snow comes back in mid-January. Because we are at the solar peak of the sun's flares, and this is the hottest year with the Super El Nino. And all these coincidental record fires heating up the coldest part of the hemisphere. Coincidence? I don't know. You tell me. Happy Friday night. Thank you for being here on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
Oh yeah. But we ain't done with your crazy weather and conspiracies. Because you know goddamn well this has to be orchestrated. We do have HARP in our possession. And at the end of the day, the only enemy to humanity is the powers that be. The rest of us are just pawns on a checkerboard. They're playing the game, and we're their little soldiers. Or at least those of you that are asleep. The rest of us, we're just passive observers. Because at the end of the day, there's absolutely nothing each and every one of you can do about it. So just enjoy the show, enjoy the movie. It's gonna be one hell of a ride. All right. Today, there was a 7.4 magnitude earthquake in Mexico's coast. And I want you to really pay attention and look at these buildings, because unlike in Venezuela, where the buildings completely crumbled like 9/11, in Mexico, they only swayed like very infantile, juvenile trees. Which, if you ask me, is even scarier. Because I would never want to go back in any of those buildings again after this earthquake. Because all these buildings shook like spaghetti. Yes, they didn't fall apart like in Venezuela. Because Venezuela obviously made their buildings like ass. But the next time there's an earthquake, all these buildings will fall. Because I promise you, the infrastructure is fucked after swaying and movement of that caliber. No deaths were reported, but everywhere, everything shook like this, bro. Oh, Cinnamon, here you go. Fear-mongering, exaggerating. That's just the highest building in Mexico. That's why it swayed, and so the dumbest of the Mexicans made that building. Right? Oh yeah. Here's the rural side of Mexico where they don't even have high buildings. The cars were shaking, the buildings, the dogs were running around scared, wondering where the fuck is my food because I haven't been fed in 3 days. And shit. There's a big puddle of ass right there for the sewage. That's where they live. That's where they live. I'm sorry. Go to another third world country and find out, motherfucker. You'll come back a better person. Pussy. You will. I recommend Egypt. Just make sure you get a good guide. Get a good guide. It's still good to visit. Do not go on a hot air balloon. You fucking dumbass. This earthquake was crazy, bro. Crazy weather. You know goddamn well our government controls. And all they're doing is fucking with you. They're getting us ready. Some kind of plan that's coming. They are. We want death and destruction. We want panic. The only way to unite the world under one world government is to have complete and utter fucking chaos from all sides and angles. From the political world. From the Mother Nature. From aliens. From non-binaries and gays. From crazy Indian homosexuals on the internet ranting every Friday night on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here. Oh no, this is coming from everywhere. We want destruction everywhere, including the homeland. Babylon, the great whore. We need it here too. In Pennsylvania, a monstrous fucking tornado was captured on video. And I gotta say, man, and I hope each and every one of you truly understands when I say this. Truly understands that we are blessed to be living in this day and age, because nowhere in the history of mankind will we be able to have video like this. Everyone has a portable HD fucking camera that anything that ever happens, like an alien invasion, a tsunami, a volcano eruption, some crazy guy with a hatchet slashing people in the mall, there will be a fucking video that will instantaneously be uploaded online for everyone to see.
Live.
Nowhere in the history of humanity has that ever been possible. Just think about that, you motherfuckers. Just think about that. We are very close to the end. Oh, it's getting out of control. The weather, I mean. In Texas, they had a tornado just down the street from the good old Alamo. Yeah. Tornado. Fucking up shit. And deep in the heart of Texas. It's a Saturday. Fucked up a bunch of people. People just slammed the brakes on the highway and just let it pass. They didn't know what the fuck to do. It's crazy shit, bro. Fucking tornadoes popping up. Here's another look at the same tornado, and here's some Mexicans talking about it.
Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
You can tell they were Mexican by the fucking accent.
Live.
Nothing racist about calling it how it is. Uvalde, out in West Texas, it's completely gone and underwater. Mind you, this is after a very long drought and 2 days of rain. These counties literally got 1 year's worth of rain in 2 fucking days, bro. It's pretty crazy. Here's a Mexican illegal immigrant driving a 18-wheeler down the highway. Cannot speak to any of the deputies if he ever gets pulled over. But he knows how to order a number 5 at McDonald's because they have McDonald's in Mexico too. So don't worry about it. Número 5, McDonald's. They'll get it to him. They just want the money, so they don't give a fuck. But here it is. He got trapped in the river because he thought his 18-wheeler was high enough to cross the fucking interstate during a biblical flood. He says, my trailer is underwater. It's okay. I climbed to the top. Thanks be to God. My little ones, he's talking to his children live on Instagram. I'm okay, my little ones, he's saying. Okay. He says, as you can see, the American police are right over there, and I will be rescued in the next 15 minutes. Rescue team. Yeah. You know, if he would have spoke English or read the sign that says, flooding, do not cross, he wouldn't be put in the situation, and the American workers wouldn't be put in a situation where they got to risk their lives to save some other immigrant's life. All I'm trying to say, I don't know, I'm not being racist, I'm just calling it how it is. You know what I'm saying? Look, the roads are gone in Uvalde, Texas. There's no way in hell you can get in or out of it. That's it. You're stuck. You live there. You're either dead, underwater, or you're somewhere high up above the sea level, but you still have no access to civilization. I feel for you. Quite frankly, I wouldn't mind being stuck over there, elevated above sea level, but still isolated away from civilization, because I hate each and every one of you. Oh, cheers, everybody!
Live.
Thank you for being here once again on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
Oh, it's bad, bro. It's bad. In Boerne, Texas, it looked like this. This is a regular neighborhood down the street. People couldn't even get home, bro. The regular neighborhoods were gone. Here's also an apartment complex in Boerne. Look at that. And you know, you probably live in one of these places that look exactly like this, because I hate these apartment complexes. They all look the same. Everywhere you go in every city, they all look exactly like this. Everybody. There's never any parking available in these pieces of shit. And look at that. They're all underwater. Because guess what? A very long time ago, all these places used to be underwater. And right now, the elite are destroying the planet to make it look like the way it used to be. Edgar Casey, when he fell asleep and meditated and went to the Hall of Records, he called it. He said, the closer we get to 2012, the more storms there's going to be. Crazier storms and bigger hurricanes and flooding, more earthquakes, more volcanoes, more disruption nature-wise. He said by 2030, a lot of America will be underwater and it'll stay like that. I've shown you maps before. I'm not going to show you right now. But this is coming. So just make sure you live in a place that is above sea level. And you're going to be, and doesn't rest on a fault line or underneath a dormant volcano or some bullshit like that. And you're going to be okay. All right? The rest of you, woken the fuck up.
Woke as fuck.
That's why that word is real. All right? Moving on to the crazy part of the show. Oh, yeah. What? The crazy part of this show? What the fuck have we just been listening to this whole time? Let me tell you one thing. That was Reason. right? That was shit that made sense. We're about to get into the subconscious part of your mind. The things you didn't know existed, but have always been there. Get ready. Because there's been many UFO sightings, specifically of the orb kind. And this one, this specific sighting and video was submitted, not to me personally, but to somebody, by an ex-Mexican governor in his property in the Cerro de Jalisco, as they say in Mexico. From the backyard of his home, he has constantly seen these bright orbs fly up and down the countryside, mysteriously disappearing, growing in shapes, swerving, running in different kinds of speeds. These are not physical metal UFO objects or crafts. These are some kind of luminous, etherical, orb-like beings that are just kind of walking around. And like we've said in the past in this broadcast, in 2012, that guy made a prediction that when the Iran war, in Israel-Iran war would happen in 2026, orbs will be more and more sightings of these strange orbs. And as he said, these orbs are nothing but beings that are crossing through dimensions. Something is happening here on Earth that we are seeing them. And we're not even seeing what they actually look like, because we live in the third dimension. They are from the fourth plane of existence. So we can't even comprehend what they look like. It's like a fish looking at us. Like if we were fish and we were underwater and we saw humans sticking out from the water is distorted. So we would see them all weird looking and shit. We don't know what the fuck they look like. That's why they look like this to us. They're just passing by. Because they're here all the time. They're called watchers for a reason. Because they've been here watching us from another plane. They see you when you masturbate, when you fuck, when you do drugs, and when you drink. They're always watching. That's why they're called watchers. They're here, and they're not going away. Remember that. Here is another video this week of a UFO in Angkor Wat, Cambodia. And by the way, a lot of these structures in Cambodia supposedly were carved by hand. Out of the mountain were carved. The mountain was carved into these things. And yet none of the stone, leftover stone of the mountain, is nowhere to be found. And no tools that were ever used to make these were ever found. Just think about that. And these are older than Jesus, and older than the pyramids, and older than anything anyone has ever fucking known on Earth. And if you read the Vedas, the gods they worshipped were blue-skinned people. Shiva was blue. He was so fucking dark. He was so black. His skin was blue, they said. He was a beautiful, androgynous, non-binary man that wore makeup and had beautiful dreads that looked like snakes. He smoked weed and had sex with women. Sounds a lot like the current son of man. Oh, yeah.
Woke as fuck.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly for the...
For the boys.
Back to Cambodia. A newly discovered fucking video of UFO coming in through a portal and dropping babies to spy on us, probably. Look at this shit. Literally, a wormhole opening up from the sky and dropping this little orb. There it is, right there. Disappears into the clouds. Is this real? Or is this AI? You be the judge. Is this an alien threat? How I've always been saying. Or is this, as the future president of the United States of America, J.D. Vance, claims, is this a demonic presence that is here lying to humanity? Well, my friends, the truth might be closer than we all think. It might be in the very alcohol that we drink. Or as they say, in the spirits that we drink.
Alcohol means body-eating spirit, al-kul in Arabic, hence why vodka is called spirit. Jinn is a jinn, which are invisible creatures in early religions. This is where jinx comes from. When you jinx something, it means bad luck because the spiritual planes is what they are hiding from you. They want you to believe everything is just physical. Jay-Z's alcohol brand has a Knight Templar symbol called the Cross of Lorraine, which is one of the highest orders of Freemasonry. Alcohol destroys the connection between your oversoul and your physical body by destroying brain cells, which then makes you more vulnerable for demons to enter your electromagnetic field and take control. Society is being ran by an ancient dark cult, which uses black magic and the dark usage of alcohol. Why do you think these are illegal and this is legal?
Live.
Cheers, everybody. I'll drink to that. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know about you, but the demon that I'm drinking tonight is exquisite. Yeah. Alright, anyways, let's move it along to more craziness. Guess what? There has been a long debate about what these creatures of the past are. These Leviathan. Or as the ancient European Anglo-Saxon used to call them, dragons.
What if dragons weren't just myths, but something history tried to erase? During a renovation of a cathedral in Naples, something strange was discovered. Hidden beneath a painting was artwork depicting creatures that don't fit the modern historical narrative. Beings that look like dragons. Supporters of alternative history say this discovery raises an uncomfortable question. Why hide it at all?
For centuries they've tried to cover up the existence of giants, dragons, but their attempt was so sloppy that they ended up dismissing them as mythological. Think about it. The Chinese zodiac features only real animals, except for one. And it's no coincidence that cultures worldwide share similar depictions of dragons and giants. Artists painted what they saw, and even now you can still find remnants like the Dragon Head Cave in Egypt. This world is not what they've told us. And why hide dragons? The answer is the same as why they've lied to us about so much of our past. People who don't know their true origins are far easier to control. Dragons could even explain some of those melted castles no one talks about. Look at what old dictionaries said about dragons. They described them as rare but real. It only takes a few generations to completely erase the truth of our history.
Let me be crystal clear. Every single dinosaur skeleton you see in a museum is fake. What they show you are casts and models, not real bones, the original bones. The remains of a certain flying beast that's been documented all throughout history, mentioned by every single ancient culture. Yeah, nigga, dragons. The bones from previous resets and catastrophes and whatever other genetic monstrosities the civilization before us created in their eugenics labs are locked away, unavailable for independent research.
This makes a lot of fucking sense. I genuinely, as a child, when they say when you're a kid, you need to choose something to be. What do you want to be when you grow up? When you're at first grade, since the first grade, kindergarten, they put this bullshit in your head. What do you want to be when you grow up? Look, motherfucker, ain't nobody on earth ever been grown up. There's a reason why Jesus Christ himself said we are all God's children. Because a grown-up does not exist. Because every day of your life, you get older and older and older, and you learn and you get wiser. You learn from your mistakes, you get wiser, and you never stop learning. You never stop growing. Your ears, the hair that comes out of your ears, and your nose, and your dick hair, and your ass hair never stops growing until the day you die, you fucking dumb sons of bitches. So there is no such thing as a grown-up. So the concept of someone telling you as a child, what do you want to be when you grow up, is idiotic, because guess what? From the day you are born until the day you die, you are nothing but a child that is learning. But as a child, I believed the lies. And I thought, when I grow up, I want to be a person that digs up dinosaurs, or an archaeologist, or some kind of Indiana Jones type of motherfucker that fucks 5 bitches, shoots Nazis, and discovers ancient relics and shit. And that's what I want to be. But god damn it, when I found out that there ain't no such thing as a real full-size dinosaur skeleton, in reality, my heart was broken. Because like this guy said, they're all models and plastic shit they've made. Because the only thing they have found is parts of them. Maybe a head. Maybe an elbow. A foot. Some tail. An ankle. For all you know, these things were upright, just like human giants, and talked and shit. They don't know what they look like. They sure as fuck don't know what their skeletal structure was like. They've been guessing this whole time. Look it up. My heart was crushed, and I figured this out as a child through the internet. So when this guy says that they're probably dragons, they've been lying to us this whole time. I don't know. It doesn't sound so crazy that a bunch of fucking adults lying to me my whole life about what these things look like. Remember, they used to tell us they had scales and shit. And then almost 15 years ago, they switched it at us. Our whole lives. And 15 years ago, they started telling us they had feathers. Feathers! They don't know. They don't know. For all you know, these were humanoid reptilians that were 15 foot tall, Anunnaki gods to us. They got destroyed in their own wars, their own nuclear wars that they fought, and got all the technology destroyed, and the only thing was left was all the pyramids and all the remnants of the ancients. And the offspring that they had when they made it with the human women. It's in the Bible. And the bloodlines that now control us. The cartels that fight for control of our government. The that you all keep on voting for. Son of man, here you go. Once again, starting with your craziness and reptilian aliens and all this nonsense. Of course, you would say this. You're one of these. You've done a lot of drugs your whole life, and acid and mushrooms and these little blue pills that felt fucking awesome when I drank with them. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? What about gay old Robbie Williams, huh? Because even he has had an encounter with the goddamn reptilians.
Let me tell you this, right?
Yeah.
Take of this what you like.
Yeah.
I was in bed with a woman, and that's it. That's the end of my story. No.
Woke as fuck.
Oh yeah, I love this guy because you know goddamn well this guy would have never been in bed with a woman. But obviously this was a fucking just being a gay guy with a chick getting high. That's all this was. They're being friends. That's what he means.
Let me tell you this, right?
Yeah.
Take of this what you like.
Yeah.
I was in bed with a woman, and that's it. That's the end of my story. No, I was in bed with a woman, right? I'm lying on the pillow, and I'm looking at her face, right? Her face turned into what I could only describe as a reptilian.
Oh, listen.
My face went, oh my God. She looks at me and she says, I'm not a reptilian.
I 100% believe this gay man. I'll play it again, and I'll play it to the end, but I believe him.
Let me tell you this, right?
Yeah.
Take of this what you like.
Yeah.
I was in bed with a woman, and that's it. That's the end of my story. No, I was in bed with a woman, right? I'm lying on the pillow, and I'm looking at her face, right? Her face turned into what I could only describe as a reptilian.
Oh, listen.
My face went, oh my God. She looks at me and she says, I'm not a reptilian. Boom! Make of that what you will. That's what happened.
I believe him, bro. Because these people are, let me rephrase that. These creatures, these beings, not only are they everywhere, but specifically they are on the elite higher class. You're not gonna find poor reptilians, all right? You're not. The poor reptilians live underground, and they've never seen humanity. They're just slaving away for the rest of them, all right? They are. They feed them babies that they kidnap from up here. They live underground. The ones that are up here, they're running the show, all right? These are the Hillary Clintons and the Trumps, the same bloodlines. They're up here. The Windsors, the Reptilians, they're the evil on this planet. They're the cancer. And I genuinely believe that the Jews, or at least the ones that are causing all the trouble, they are this as well. There are several factions of them, but these are the fallen angels. These are the ancient gods. These are the children of the Nephilim that were left over when they left. When the old world ended, they're the ones that were left in charge. And I'm telling you, this guy, because of his status and his fame and the people he hangs out with, he happened to have a female friend. He met that night and had a good time and brought her up. And like I said, he's gay. He's obviously not having sex with her. But I've been with a lot of homosexuals where we're just hanging out on a bed and a bunch of women and everybody's being friendly. No one's having sex or getting naked. But we're all getting high and having a good old gay old time. And that's exactly what he was doing with this woman. But she was having too much of a good time that she failed to camouflage herself for an instant because she felt so comfortable and happy that she transformed just for an instant into her true form, and he saw her. I believe him. I do. And if you don't believe me, believe this crazy motherfucker Alex Collier from the 1994 Reptilian interview back in the day. Taking it back, old school for you motherfuckers that know what's up.
Andromedans tell you that the Alpha Draconians are here now. Where?
There are 1,833 of them that have been living underground between 100 and 200 miles beneath the surface. They've been here, some of them have been here a long, long time. They have lifespans that are thousands of years. They're carnivorous. They are not friendly to mankind, at least the ones that are here.
Are you saying carnivorous, they eat humans?
Yes. And they won't eat a dead human. It has to be alive at the time of the killing.
Adrenochrome, we all know about this. They need the prey to be scared. It pumps adrenaline through the blood, and that's when they fucking kill it and drain the blood. And children, because they're children and they're innocent, they tend to give up the most adrenaline when they're afraid. And that's why there's a child sex ring and there's a lot of missing children all over the world. That is why.
Their preference is children. You know, and we've been told you shouldn't talk about that. You know, there are other people say, well, you better not talk about the reptilians. Well, you know, bull. You know, why not? According to the Andromedans, they're responsible for 31,712 children disappearing in the last 25 years from the United States. These children were food. And I'm supposed to just shut up and not say anything about it because people don't want to hear it? That's tough. That's tough. You know, Westchester County, in the last 5 years, 3,000 children in Westchester County, New York, have vanished without a trace. Where are they going? Why are we allowing this to happen? And why should people stay in denial about it?
Now, how are they able to do this? How are they able to? How are they able to do it? How are they able to come up out of this from underground and do it, or do they have?
They're already within the government, like they're shapeshifters. Some of them are within the government. Some of them are the government, like I've said. The bloodlines, we've talked about it plenty of times.
Tunneling systems everywhere. They're being helped by the Greys, and also there are groups within the higher echelon that are actually helping them acquire this.
So human beings are abducting the kids and getting them to the Greys, who in turn give them to the Alpha Draconians?
That's right. That's part of the deal. They won't come up as long as we feed them down there.
But a lizard is a cold-blooded fucking lizard. If you've ever heard the parable of the ancient Native American snake, the Native American healed the snake, the rattlesnake, and healed it and fed it because it was wounded. And then when it got healed and it got better, the snake bit him. And as the Native American was dying, he said, "Why did you do it? Why did you do it, you bitch?" The Native American says, "You bitch." And the snake hisses back at him, "Because I'm a snake. It's my nature. We're mammals. Think about what dinosaurs ate. They don't care about us. They don't." But enough with the craziness. I don't want you to think some man's some crazy guy who believes in lizard people and aliens and shit like that, even though he does. I also want to keep you up to date with what happened this week in America, and not with American politics, because that stuff is really stressful. It gives me high blood pressure and it pisses me the fuck off. No, what happened on your day-to-day here in this country of ours where we live, the common folk down here. This week in Yellowstone National Park, because it is summer and people decide to go on vacations. Rich people. I sure as fuck never take a vacation. We gotta work every goddamn day of our lives to pay taxes. Some fucking immigrant can live better than I do. But here in Yellowstone National Park, one of these rich white folks, these Jewish white folks, got a taste of nature up close. And quite frankly, he didn't even ask for it like they normally do. Him and his non-binary wife were just enjoying the countryside and watching a bison laying on the floor from far away, and they took a picture of him. But because they're using this brand new 5G technology, it hit the bison directly, and the bison did not like the 5G. And he knew right away who shot the 5G at him. And he charged like a motherfucker. And look at this shit. This is like a 67-year-old man. Right there. Grandpa, run! Run! You dumbass. God damn it. That's a huge motherfucker. And here we go, folks.
Live.
Let's see that again, because that was real. Poor guy, bro. It would have broken my heart if he would have died, but he survived. It was actually quite exhilarating for him, he said. It was a good ride. It reminded him of his youth. Look at this shit. Dude, that motherfucker went up there. I'll try to pause it when he's up there. Look at how high that shit is. I'm telling you, man, nobody believes me that this 5G, 6G shit is real. I'm telling you, you don't believe it, man. 5G, since they upgraded to 5G, do you all remember the Dark Knight? The Dark Knight? Was it the Dark Knight? The Dark Knight with the Joker. How he catches the Joker. How they use this computer system and they use a ping on everyone's cell phone and they do like, you know, like they can 3D scan everything and see where people are moving. That's literally 5G. Look it up. I'm not even playing. The governments and every FBI, CIA, everybody, maybe they don't see what you look like, but they see every building and they see that there's a living being, because, you know, we warm or whatever. The thing is bouncing off of us. Your Wi-Fi is bouncing off of you and bouncing back. That's what it is. That's what it is. Sonar, exactly, Gomer. And so they see us. They see how many people are in buildings nowadays. And the 6G and 7G is only going to get better because they're probably going to be able to literally see the color of your skin. And they're going to see, oh, there's another N-word. Oh, there's another Mexican. Oh, there's another. Yeah, they're going to know. They're going to know. It's coming. The animals know, bro. The animals know. And when this guy took a picture, look at it. It was just minding its own fucking business. The minute he took out his cell phone to take a picture of this goddamn thing, it went crazy. And you can't say I'm fucking seeing things right there. Click. Gazoom. She clicks and the animal goes, what the fuck did you just do to me? Oh, hell no, you bald son of a bitch. I'm going after you.
Live.
It's fucking nuts, bro. Look. Dude. I mean, he deserted his wife. I don't know where the wife is, bro. Dude. Poor guy, bro. You gotta stay fit, bro. Work out every day. Every day. Alright, I'm 5 foot nothing, but I can outrun a fucking bison any day. Oh, yeah.
Live.
Alright. Anyways, moving on to more parts of America for you motherfuckers. Thank you for being here tonight on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
Moving on to good old New York City, Mamdani territory. And this week, a woman, natural born, none of these non-binary wannabes. This is a woman that was born with a vagina, folks, was minding her own business when some crazy homeless guy decided to attack her. And Lord and behold, luckily there was a police officer, and guess what? She's the one who got arrested. Well, let me jump the boat. So did the other dude. But the victim got arrested. The lady who got attacked by the crazy guy and was only defending herself is getting arrested. Remind you of any countries lately? Europe, Canada. This is exactly what we were talking about earlier, where that Muslim, ex-Muslim, was telling those motherfuckers that this is what you're allowing. People are just going to be defending themselves, and they're the ones going to be arrested. Welcome to Mamdami's New York, everybody. So the man, one incident with some crazy Albanian woman and some fucking cracked out black dude. That's just like once in a lifetime. This happened to be a cell phone there because everybody has a cell phone nowadays, all right? You're just trying to make a big deal out of nothing. Oh yeah? Explain how this skater, for no reason, starts yelling and hitting a car that is just trying to drive down the street in New York City.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Take it down because the cops will come and they'll arrest both of you because you guys are white. Cheers, everybody! Welcome to New York City! Cheers, Tony! Cheers to the woke pack! Cheers to everybody here tonight! Go McConnell! Joko! And that one guy! Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly for the boys. You know what it is? It's not just white people, unfortunately, because right outside of a CVS in NYC, we have the usual suspects starting a brawl.
WWE, yeah, WWE, you too.
Wall Star.
WWE, SmackDown versus Raw. Oh, what she thought she was doing? You ain't no shit. Well,
this ain't no AEW because that shit would be dope.
Okay, TT, security ain't shit. Any shit, they throwing shit.
Dude, this is a big bitches. Oh my God, it's crazy. The kind of shit that goes on after 6 p.m. in the neighborhood. Oh my God, you know, they want to complain about like, oh, I went to the store last night and this is what I found.
Oh, bitch, I'm pissed. This is enough to make me stop shopping at these corporations. For the way that they treat black people like second-class citizens, why is it in a predominantly black area there's such a thing called cage hours?
Well, I wonder why.
Y'all tell me if your Kroger, your Publix, your local grocery store has cage hours. Please.
Oh, but you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I wish my local grocery store had cage hours, because there's too many brown motherfuckers every time I go over there. Cheers!
Live.
Come to think of it, I probably wouldn't be allowed if there was cage hours. Oh my god, it's funny, man, it's funny. Be careful when you're out in these special cities, these democratically run cities, because not everything is up to code in these cities. Just like these street vendors in New York City that are literally cutting their produce on trash cans in public. Produce you're about to eat. Fucking disgusting. And then they wonder why right now there's some kind of disease going around with everybody having explosive diarrhea because they're eating lettuce at a Taco Bell and shit. Oh, I wonder who works at a Taco Bell. It definitely wasn't White Timmy from down the street.
Live.
It was fucking Pancha from Guatemala. Fuck's sakes.
God damn it!
Oh, so man, here you go, being a racist. There's a poor immigrant trying to make a living the American way, you know, doing the best they can. You, out of all people, you brown immigrant, first generation, transsexual, you should know better. Oh yeah? Explain to me, you dumb son of a bitch. How come even the sophisticated browns at Kava are just as disgusting as Pancha out here in the fucking streets? That is horrendous. The guy is sweating into the meat he's cutting up for you to serve you at your little fucking Kava restaurant. I'm so sophisticated because I'm eating healthy. Here's a little extra salt for you, you dumb son of a bitch. Oh my god. Just buy your own food and cook it at home, you idiot. At the very least, if you find a hair in your food, you know goddamn well it's yours. You idiots.
God damn it!
Be glad that your life is privileged. Hopefully you're not eating out like some of these people are. Be happy that you're privileged. Because some of the less fortunate don't have simple amenities like you and I, like a shower or a sink to wash our hands, or even worse, a fucking good toilet to take a shit in every morning. Because some people, unfortunately, because of whatever weird, fucked up life decisions they decided to take, they are left with no other option but using these public porta potties. And in Kansas City, one man had an unfortunate accident.
Come on, man. Dude, I'm gonna move my motorcycle. Lean forward like you did before. Lean forward and come out. Yeah. I don't know. Hey guys. Right. You know what I was like.
guy probably dropped his crack pipe or his PCP pipe down the porta potty and tried to grab it, and he fell in. And unfortunately, your local high school dropouts now turned fucking local fire department guys and work out all the time and fuck everybody's wives. Are left with the ungrueling task of fetching this disgusting crackhead out of the porta potty. I just want to, look, I am being totally honest when I say this. How is it so deep under there that he fell in? I mean, I see the ground. Does anybody know how porta potties work? I am literally, genuinely, honestly confused. Obviously, because I don't set up porta potties. Do they make a fucking hole in the ground and then put the fucking plastic shit there? Is that what they're doing? Because god damn it, man, it looks deep under there. That is disgusting. Whatever happened to you this week, just know that ain't shit, motherfucker. Because this man had a bad day. Regardless of whether he was high or not, that's a bad day, motherfucker. For anybody. Be thankful. Meanwhile, in Arizona, the local youth had, well, as they say, a little bit of an unruly discussion at a local In and Out. It was raining outside. They were forced to go outside because they were fighting inside. And I don't know about you guys. If that happened, look what I wear in my hands. All right, I would hold my ground. I'm not on anyone's side, but if anybody gets close to me, you're getting knocked the fuck out. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm eating my hamburger right here, motherfuckers. Ain't nobody gonna move me. Goddamn kids, bro. Look, they even went behind the fucking counters before they finally went outside and shit. Somebody pulled out a gun, 2 kids got killed, and an innocent bystander lost their wives. Well, you know what it is. You know what it is. It's just a typical weekend in rural Arizona. You know what it is. Let's move it on to the east side, the good old east side. So big old apartment in the sky in East Hollywood where a crazy guy was killing a fucking Waymo car because he was high on PCP or some shit.
In Edgemont in East Hollywood due to a man vandalizing a Waymo. Take a look at this. Police say they arrived to find a shirtless man on top of a Waymo in the middle of the intersection. This is video posted to the Citizen app. The man was seen on the crushed windshield holding a bent windshield wiper while screaming at the sensor on the top of the Waymo.
He actually thought it was a Tesla. He thought this was Elon Musk. He was all pissed. He was one of these leftists high on PCP and shit. Yeah, I mean, this is just a normal California. That guy, he didn't go to jail. They arrested him, but he was let go within the hour. You know the laws over there. That's the way it is. East Hollywood, everybody. Don't worry about it, because just down the street, a half an hour later, some guy took out a gun and started shooting randomly at cars. Luckily, there was another crazy guy with a cell phone who decided to start yelling obscenities at the guy with the gun. and someone deleted the video due to violating ex's policies. Probably because of what I just said. This was a video of some crazy guy shooting at an intersection in West Hollywood. The video was from a guy who was on the 3rd or 4th floor of an apartment complex, yelling at the guy shooting, saying, "Fuck you, shoot at me, you pussy, fuck you." But even Elon Musk has his limits, and they deleted this video probably this afternoon before I was even able to show it to you guys. Luckily, the one guy down there saw the video, so he knows I'm not lying. Cheers. Live. This happens once a week. At least once a week. With every one story a week, this happens. They delete the video before I get to show it to you guys. It is what it is. It's alright, don't worry. We got plenty more. Like this black chick who got caught stealing at Walmart. Cheers. By the way, it's not racist because a black security guard is arresting her. That is not racist. That is actually lawful.
I told you. Stop. Stop. You're fucking Stop. Stop. You don't stop.
Just so you know, a woman, like this woman right here. Look, I'm gonna go back a little bit because I want you to see her fine ass. A woman like this, sure as fuck, wouldn't be single. All right, so just think about what's happening right now.
You gonna stop? This nigga on top of me. Come here right now. This nigga's on top of me. Come here right motherfucking now. Come here right motherfucking now. Relax. Ah, get his big ass off of me. Relax. Bro, get off of me.
That was her on her cell phone, calling someone outside.
Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me.
What a damn shame. She was good looking too. God damn it. They all are. They're fucking built like goddesses. I ain't gonna lie. God damn it. Chiseled bodies like fucking statues. I ain't gonna lie. But god damn it, man. Why you gotta switch the tags on the items you're scanning? You know they got cameras. The AI watching the cameras. They don't have. It used to be some dumb old lady watching like 40 cameras. They got an AI right away. Oh, he scanned something, but he put 2 items in the bag. The AI already tells him, and the police is on the way to talk to you, man. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. The one guy disappointing to humanity. All right? Period. There is no such thing as race. All right? There are humans, and there are fucking aliens. And believe me when I say that we're the humans. And the motherfuckers that are in control of us are the aliens. They just haven't revealed it yet. Oh my god. It's sad. It's sad. But don't worry about it. Because continuing our tour of Los Angeles, California this week, a huge water main broke and completely flooded Los Angeles. This is the state.
We're back.
The city of dreams, Los Angeles, California, where stars are made. The most progressive state in the country. And they can't even fix their own plumbing.
We're back now with a Fox News alert, and you are looking live at a massive water main break in West Hollywood, Los Angeles. The major flooding, just look at that, turning roads into rivers. Los Angeles.
God bless Karen Bass for this, by the way.
Angeles County fire is on the scene. Multiple streets were closed down, including major roadways like Santa Monica Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard. An investigation into this incident is ongoing, but not something you see every day.
No, that's not something you see every day, but you're seeing it now. And what was left over at the end of the day was nothing but this giant fucking sinkhole in the middle of Hollywood Boulevard. The main center intersection of their money-grubbing empire. Just sunken into sewage. That's everybody's shit from last night. Right there. Ass, shit, and piss, and throw up. And filth from all the clubs. Spilled into a hole in the middle of Los Angeles.
Live.
Oh, sonny man, you're nothing but a racist. All you talk about is hatred and destruction, and you just spent the last half hour just talking shit about Browns. Oh yeah? Fuck you, motherfucker. And I'm about to let you all know the truth. How this isn't about racism. This is about evolution. Some of us out there, especially some of us brown, some of us who are browner than me, are actually doing good out there in their jobs. All right? Because some of us want to make a difference out there. Some of us, like this man who got hired to be a local security guard at a convenience store. And by the way, this guy is one of us, so you know. Hey, cheers, Mason!
Live.
You're fucking up by not playing Fortnite with us on Mondays and Tuesdays. You better show up this week. Check this shit out.
I'm trying to live, man. I'm trying to live, bro.
Let it go. I promise that life.
Bro,
you eat booty.
This guy takes his job serious.
What up, big bro?
Hey, man.
Get it all out.
I got ladies.
Take it out. Come on, take it out. Take it out. Take it out now. Take it out now. Come on. You not. Hey, drop it. Lift your shirt. Lift your shirt. Give me all that. Give me all that.
$60 on a card. Damn, I don't want to get copyrighted for that. I gotta copyright that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's my shit.
You know what happened?
Finish.
Lift up your shirt. Thank you. Don't come back to my shit.
Appreciate
it. All that down there too. Give me the other one. Shit to me. I don't give a fuck about that.
This guy took his job serious. Look at it. Ain't nobody stealing from my job.
Fight now. Oh, you gonna pull out a weapon? Come on. Of course. What you got? Come on. You gonna stab me because I'm. You gonna stab me? Come on. You got candy in your pocket?
No, what's up? This ain't yours.
Let me see. Let me see. Can you watch out?
What?
Just look. Can you watch out? Just look.
But this ain't yours.
Let me check. Let me check.
What?
This all you got?
Yeah.
This mine.
So never forget, there are some of us that are out there doing some good. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the hood clean from you fucking ruffians. Fucking up the rest of us. That's all I'm trying to say. Yo. Cheers to Mason, Gober Kyle, Super Saiyan Joku, that one guy, Merkaba, Rose, everybody else that was here tonight. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the whole. Thank you here for being on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly.
For the boys.
I'm gonna leave you guys tonight. Street T Tony, thank you to you too. I can't forget you, motherfucker. I almost did. I'm high and drunk. Sorry, everybody. But I'm going to leave you guys with tonight's closure. I hope you enjoy this. You know what it is. Thank you for being here. Enjoy this motherfucking closure for tonight. Straight